table full of melanites. Crystal body gon' shine, I don't need the ice. It's real tough. Yeah. Speaking on the times, cause my people need to see. Third eye blind, no, they lying through their teeth. They tryna loot the time, tryna keep us in a sleep. But you know we gotta rise like the steam in the heat. Quantum physics to a beat, how time zones lead. It matter just the data that your brain gon' see. Alchemy, you master all that photon light. Avatar, the body, just the temple, do you see? The deity surround me, I put a peace. Breathe deep, I push chi like Bruce Lee. Yo, it's Dragon Ball Z, I'm Super Saiyan 3. And we finna walk them down, any town, any street. New world on horizon, I can see the silver lining. Cause the sun gon' shine, then we all keep shining. Mighty Lion could heal the pain, you know his name. But they stand on the same old thing. They playing, well let's talk about it. Round table full of melanites. Crystal body gon' shine, I don't need the ice. D&D, D&Me, you gon' see us rise. My people so divine, know it's our time. Let's talk about it.
Let's have the conversation.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Let's have the conversation.
I don't wanna hear that he say, that she say. You listening to parasites on replay. They tap into my phone to listen like we on three-way. It's tapping to your aura, feel the energy like heat waves. Let's talk about it. Who you praying to? When you start to lose your mind, who is saving you? If you're moving through the time, what's the energy that's moving you? I wanna have the conversation. We always dropping gems back and forth like great debating. We making our own way, our own land, our own pavement. Just tuning up the spaceship. I like to wake up with the sun. Say my daily mantra, speaking crypto, speaking tongues. Tell them what I'm after, we're the one and get it done. I feel my enemies around me. 7 deadly sins, they tryna trap and keep me bounded. I'm not staying around, I get my people, then I'm outie. Yeah.
Round table full of melanites. Crystal body gon' shine, I don't need the ice. D&D, D&Me, you gon'
Greetings, and gratitudes. Welcome to Let's Have the Conversation. I am one of the panel members, Quatita Dean, and we have the rest of our beautiful panel here. Our moderator is having some difficulties this evening and will join us shortly. Greetings, y'all. Greetings, panel.
Greetings.
How's everybody doing?
Amazing. How are you?
Good.
I am well. I'm good. I'm just chilling. Was doing stuff today, but other than that, I'm good. Oh, okay. Can you hear us, Malika?
It's fixed now. Gratitude.
Okay. So we have good topics this evening, child. If you like debates, Chad's going to pull us in here shortly with one of her polls. And Aubrey is going to hit us with some shit that's going to... Malika, you're black.
Like black melanin black. Or black screen?
Black screen. You're a whole black screen right now.
Really?
Malika? You said, am I melanin?
Let me leave and come back.
Okay. So yeah, we have some things going on. As we open up the show, please understand that there has been a shift, a change, some energy that has been released. We have seen it time and time again for the last 2 weeks, week and a half. There you go, Malika. And so Aubrey, you've experienced something tragic this week, specifically on your beautiful birthday, and you pulled through. So again, happy belated birthday to you. I'm so sorry this happened. I'm gonna turn it over to you.
Yes. So gratitude, y'all. It was kind of crazy. It was bittersweet, but we pulled through. Okay. So the rising of the 16th, I'm doing my normal thing when I wake up, which is check social media. And the first places I go is to the book, Facebook. And so I'm scrolling and I'm seeing one of my relatives talking about her making up with my aunt, or something like that. And I'm like, okay, so they done made up. Okay, good. Some healing is happening. But as I look at the post, I begin to see teardrops and, sad faces and emojis and things of that nature. So I say within the next 30 minutes, I'm putting a puzzle together that my aunt is no longer with us. She has passed away. Now, the series of events get the tables turned when we've already come to terms that she's no longer with us, because the first thing I did was I got up and I told Q, I was like, listen, I just got news that my aunt has passed. I don't know what has happened. Well, about 30 minutes later, I get an article that indicated that my cousin, her son, allegedly was the one to unalive her. When I know for sure that their relationship was not, to that extreme. I've always saw her to be a strong mother, raising all of her children by herself. And the relationships that she had with the kids, I didn't, even suspect this potential thing to happen. But I think the shock of everything is that the energy that's out here is playing a huge part in why so many are feeling the need to unalive those who they've known all of their life. And Quatita kind of helped me out in regards to with that energy that you had talked about and what we discussed, if you don't mind kind of giving your 2 cents about it, because we talked about it a lot that day.
Yeah. So we're looking at the energy once again, the kind of Cain and Abel energy, where family members and people are turning against themselves, as well as the energy. I'm now calling it the wrong energy, where sometimes when we see things happen, we see it in threes. You know what I'm saying? And so we just seen that, and we're going to have that discussion here shortly too. But yeah, like this is the Cain and Abel energy, where sometimes people don't even know why they do what they do. But even before that, Aubrey, you had the dream.
Oh,
And
yes.
the dream was so like out. Like Jose was like, "Wait, you had a dream?" Like, because you very rarely dream or even remember them. To say that. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, should I say the
Welcome,
dream?
Marvin.
Greetings.
Greetings, y'all. I'm having such an issue over here this evening. Forgive me. OMG. Hey,
It's okay.
y'all.
It's okay.
Okay.
Well, glad to have you in. Should I say the dream or
Yeah,
no?
go ahead, please do. Yeah.
Okay, so y'all, I had a dream and it was so crazy because who was in the dream that just really just threw me for a loop. So I have a dream that I'm in the car with Lil Boosie. And we ride and I don't know where we going. But then the dream shifts to where Boosie he kisses me on my neck. These are the parts that I remember. So he kisses me on my neck, and then immediately I feel comfortable in that moment. But I feel weird because I'm like, why do I feel comfortable with somebody that I know that is an enemy of somebody that I am close with? So I am like, this is odd behavior. So now I'm trying to find my shoes. Okay, girl. Could not find my shoes. I don't know where my shoes is at. They is somewhere. But then all of a sudden, I have my shoes and they have stains on them. And then that's all I can remember. So I got up and I told Quatita this whole little scenario about this dream, and it was so weird. Like, why did I have this dream and why was he in the dream? And so she indicated that he represents betrayal. So the act of betrayal was done to my family member in her way to let me know that she was gone or to do her final goodbyes because she is an affectionate person. She kissed me on my neck. And in time, she would kiss me on my neck or on my jaw because she loved my jaws. So, and then I think you said something about if you couldn't find your shoes for you, Q, you said if you couldn't find your shoes, then
A
it could
lot
be
of
something.
times, yeah, a lot of times in my dream, I lose my shoes and I lose my purse. And anytime I lose my shoes and I lose my purse, I never can find them before I wake up. I never find them. Even when I think I've located them, it's never where I was told they were. But when I lose my shoes or my purse in my dream, I always get money. Like money comes to me from somewhere. So I don't know.
Yeah, I found my shoes though.
Well, let's not count it out.
Okay, but the shoes was missing, sis. Cause I was
Yes.
looking for them, girl. I had to roll up off the couch and everything, girl. I don't know. I was looking for the shoes, girl. I was trying to go. First of all, why is my shoes off in the dream?
I don't
Where
know.
was I going? Like, I have so many questions. Dream, what was we going? Are we just giving us the most important parts? But that was pretty much the dream, y'all. And
Yeah.
then just pretty much that she was giving me goodbye and letting me know that who did this, it was betrayal.
Yeah. That's that wrong energy. Speaking of the wrong energy, right now it has been a lot. It's been a lot going on. Like it's been like one case after the other one. Um, let's see. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's been one case after the other one. So we're just gonna go on and roll it over. Um, you know,
So this the case that we're talking about, Quatita, do you have the video? Can we play
I
it? Or should I
have
pull
the
it up?
video.
Okay, can we run that first? Gratitude.
Yes.
The victim as 20-year-old Kaylin Gillis from Schuylerville, New York, at the Cemetery Road location. Talking to the other subjects that were there at Cemetery Road in the same vehicle with Kaylin, they indicated that they had been looking for a friend's house in the Patterson Hill Road area and had gone to the scene where we had the report of shots fired. They had gone to the scene in error. They were looking for a friend's house, as I said, and unfortunately they drove up this driveway. While they were leaving the residence, once they determined that they were at the wrong house, the subject came out on his porch for whatever reason and fired 2 shots, one of which struck the vehicle that Kaylin was in.
Okay, so the reason why I wanted to speak on this or to get the feedback of you all on this is because, you know, we've been discussing on different platforms, Ralph, the young boy who they claim was in this same form of situation when he went to go and pick up relatives and went to the wrong house. What was intriguing to me is that, yes, what was intriguing to me, and just to reiterate what is said in the video, this young girl is Kaylin Gillis. She was in the car. Allegedly, she was in the car with 3 friends. They pull up to a house. They realize it's the wrong house, like they took a wrong turn. So I guess they're making like a little U-turn. And as they're pulling out and pulling off, he comes out on his porch and he begins firing shots at their vehicle. And she is unalived. Now, it was interesting to me because immediately when I watched it, I thought, is this a social experiment? Is it a social experiment in regards to, it's so coincidental. Let me check my words, right? It's so coincidental that this happens to 2 adolescents it's the same exact kind of scenario. One is melanite, one is genome. I'm wondering to myself, what form of social experiments are being played? Because regardless of whether or not these situations happen, if you believe it, you don't believe it, whatever, it gets pushed on social media for a reason. There's an agenda when you see certain things going viral and hit these platforms, right? What is happening here? Are they looking to see who gets more response? I know in the comments on this post, it's all justice for Ralph. And why isn't Ralph getting this attention and so on and so forth. So panel committee, I was just wondering, what do you feel about this and with these two stories playing out at the same time?
That's a good one, I think. I honestly feel like it goes back to when we had the Melanite that had went through something and then the genome had been found in that car from YouTube. Don't remember her name, but she was quite important. And they were trying to see which one was more important. Of course, the one that was on YouTube, where people had delved into that, was more important, and it was the genome. This does feel like a social experiment, though, but it's like they keep remixing it to see which one is going to throw you into like a rage, a riot, kind of like, what are we going to be doing out here? We got to stand up and do something, kind of thing. And you're thrown into this type of rage and riot form because it hadn't happened, and they keep trying to remix it and throw different things with it. This time it's just more unfortunate because it's people actually looking for someone, actually looking, don't know if it's true or not, but it's still the simple fact that these are children that this has happened to, and it's happening. Unfortunately, they're being unalived. And also, it seems like it's another thing with the guns and weapons. Like, we're still using weapons as something where it's something we need to be fearful of. Like, oh my gosh, they have artillery at home. If I pulled up in the wrong parking lot or at the wrong house, they're just going to go get that rifle and start clickety clacking. That's kind of where they want us to have our heads at. So they're trying to Fahrenheit 451 us, not with books, though, with guns, with weapons. So that's another part of the social experiment. It's like a two-coded social experiment. It feels like. Oh, go ahead, Malika.
No. I was just saying, Ashe. Now, for the committee, if you haven't seen, Quatita, where did you do the live on Instagram about the things that have followed up after Ralph's case? That was on Instagram. I think it was on Instagram that Quatita had done the live in regards to the aftermath of Ralph's case. And
Yes.
there are some very
Yes.
okay, there are some very interesting and valid points. I'm not even going to give it away because you should already be on the Instagram page anyway and watching these lives because the information. But go there and look at the video and the valid points that Quatita made in regards to the aftermath with things like that, with the Florida in a few on my birthday. They're going to actually start allowing people to carry weapons with no permit. You can get your weapon and carry it with you, and you don't need a concealed weapons license anymore for it. All of these things that are happening, Jose, you are absolutely correct. It's a social experiment to me. It's a social experiment multi-leveled because there's so many things happening at once that feed into this wrong energy that Quatita has spoken of. And it's not looking good. And I just want everyone to be paying attention to all of the pieces and paying attention to what is being said on A Walk with the Ancestors, because it might be what gets you out of a situation.
So,
Right.
oh, okay. So in regards to this energy, so when I first got my cards from Quasita, get your cards, y'all. Get your High Council, Oracle, Tarot deck cards because they're fire. I just was trying to play with them, test them out, and so I did like a little reading, and like the cards that came out was the World and the Sun card, and my like kind of interpretation of it was like I feel like the test is like they're trying to test your solar plexus and test like your self-will, your self-worth, your self-power, and I feel like it's related to these people unleashing, and I feel like those are the people who are falling short of the self-will, you know what I mean? Like that energy is making it so they're following through with these thoughts and these actions that most people wouldn't really follow through with, if you have a regular mind. So that was something that I've been thinking about for like 2 days, like that they're trying to fuck with our ability to like feel, basically, like I said, make decisions that are normal, and with that it's causing people to go against their family. It's causing people to shoot people for no reason, through the door and stuff like that. So what do you guys think?
I think Chaz was next. Chaz, were you gonna say something?
Yeah, I was. Everybody has very good communication points. Gratitude to me for that. So my conclusion is, and we always talk about it, I just feel like all this that's going on, school shootings, all this unaliving, all this gun stuff is getting prepared to what's about to come to America or what's already here. And I just feel like soon it's gonna go down to like martial law. That's where I'm at with it. That's exactly where I'm at with all of this. Cause why all of this?
Facts. Absolute facts. I agree. Oh, I'm sorry. Were you done,
I
Charles?
just feel like we are already in the purge. Honestly, it's like you living it in real time. It's just ain't been enforced. You ain't got the alarms. You ain't got the automatic system telling you when to lock up your doors. It's just you for yourself. It's ridiculous that you can't even feel secure when you go to the doctor's office, let alone the grocery store. I don't want to get out the car and do nothing. Drive through me, please. Because people in just their mindset nowadays is horrible. So I don't know, but this energy is very difficult to deal with. And if you are not mentally ready for this, it's going to mentally destroy you and take you out.
Real talk.
Well,
Oh,
no, go ahead.
yeah, because I wanted you to wrap it up. I know you about to go in on this subject. I already know. I was gonna say, yeah, as far as the energy is concerned, it is all tying together. I really feel like as far as the incident with the young man and the young lady, it's all prep. Like we were all saying, it's all prep. And I mean, prepping you for, the BS that's coming, the war, whatever. But I also feel like it ties into what, the machines being released in New York. You know what I'm saying? They getting all these dang robots ready and stuff like that. I think all this ties together. That's all I wanted to say on that. Come on, governors, bring us home.
Well, so I do have a mouthful. I hope y'all can hear me. Yesterday, in my hometown of Tulsa, Oklahoma, a gentleman went into a library around the corner from a school and just walked in with a gun, shot a gentleman in the back of the head, did not know him, left, went up the street to the Quick Trip convenient gas station, walked in with the gun, shot him in the back of the head, waited for the police. The police, yeah, I just killed 2 people. No reasoning, no understanding as to why, just did. And so I'm looking at the control that is happening. This is not just wickedness that is happening. This is controlled chaos. Okay. It is definitely controlled chaos. There's been so many times that I've, turned down the wrong street and had to turn up in somebody's driveway and turn around and back out. It scares the fuck out of me. No lie. It scares me because people do dumb shit like this. Now, again, we've now seen this in threes. And yeah, when I was saying it on Instagram, it's because this young man was, this is about to be so deep. This young man was allegedly shot by this old person. And so all of these people have been older people. Let's see, this is multi-layered of what they're trying to do. And all with guns, okay? So that's a few agendas in one already, okay? And so now the military and the government, and I'm just gonna say it, and you can label me what you want. I don't give a fuck. But let me spill y'all's tea and y'all's secret. The military has special weapons, of course, we know, that controls your mind to where you will think something has happened, and it is fucking happened. Okay. Now, I'm not saying if he was or was not. I'm saying that he was shot in his head, they saying above his eye, and shot a second time as he lay bleeding out. And I'm speaking of Ralph Yarl. As he laid bleeding out, the words they used, that he was bleeding out. There's also a thing that I keep saying, that they reset. Again, can you still hear me?
You cut out right after you said reset. You cut out.
Hold on. Can you hear me
You
again?
choppy.
They get on my nerves.
I think you're good now. I think you're good. Maybe I
Oh,
lied.
I'm gonna tell it. I'm going to
They
tell
do
it.
not want you to tell it.
Okay.
I am like, oh, give me
They
more.
They are
Tell me everything.
messing with
I'm gonna
you,
tell it.
honey.
It's
Okay.
gonna happen.
Right, absolutely.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Right now we
Yes.
can.
Okay. So reset time. They have told that Ralph Yarl was shot in his head over his eye, which is a very critical place to be shot. Okay, let's just say that. And without much recovery time, he is now at home recovering with his mother, that is a nurse. And within days of that, there was a cheerleader that got in the wrong car that was shot, because who just shoots someone because they accidentally got in the wrong car? She was a cheerleader. Obviously, she posed no harm. Okay. And then you have the other Genome, 20 years old, that Malika began to talk about, that pulled up in the wrong driveway, that posed no harm as well. We are looking at, again, controlled chaos. Absolutely, Malika, you said it correctly. This is what we would use the words again, Malika. What was the words again?
Which ones? Club heater? The multi-leveled?
You said this was a test. What was the word?
I don't remember my words, and
Like,
I can't rewind.
of course, we know it's an agenda. But you said it was like a panel test, kind of
a social,
like
a social experiment.
like they want to see.
Is it a social experiment?
A social experiment. So perfectly said, because they're testing. And I saw somebody in the chat said, oh, the aliens are over this. Of course, because the aliens are running the fucking planet under skin. We keep saying it. It is the Draconians and the Econs. It is more than 57. Hear me when I say that shit. More than 57 species, aliens, extraterrestrials here running this planet. And this is one of their social experiments. I mean, come on, how can you register this? Wanting to take the weapons. And so they're doing shit like this because they want you to come to them and say, here, take this shit. It is causing us problems. You want to get rid of the guns? Sure. Bring it was yours.
They're
In my
cutting
bag.
you again. Now you are.
They
Yep.
keep breaking
Now
me.
you are. Mm-hmm.
Okay. They wanted to be our talks. We need a solution.
No, ma'am. You're gonna have to say that whole sentence again. I'm
Girl,
sorry.
we didn't hear nothing.
Nothing. Like that whole
Energy.
sentence.
I'll pay in.
Okay, I tell you what we're gonna do. Let's take a commercial break.
Take our break.
Yeah, let's take our break, and then when we come back, maybe you can finish up your thought, governess. So we're gonna be right back after the words from our sponsor. We'll be right back, y'all.
Basically, yeah.
I don't know. No, we can't hear you.
I'm freezing. Hold on. Just hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Everything is frozen.
I believe you. I absolutely believe you. Wait, I thought Malika was frozen for a second. Okay.
I was in
Yeah.
shock.
Right.
The whole system freezing up. Like, Just pay
Not
attention. That's all I can say. Pay
Yeah,
attention to the
the
things
whole
that are
system
happening.
is frozen. It wouldn't do anything. Just give me a second.
yeah, no problem. No
Okay,
problem.
okay, okay, okay. Let me see. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see.
I sit, close my eyes, inhale and exhale, and ask myself, what is it within us that makes us give up on our own experiences based on the beliefs of others? How is it that beings, even societies who in so many ways exemplify strength based on societal norms, find comforting ease with going with what is popular presented rather than what is? Why limit self to some when you can have all? I am living my life as it comes to me, aligned with those that I can learn from as they learn from me, those that will not attempt to mold me into the perfect fit for their journey, but rather provide guidance if they sense I am straying from my path. Regardless of who we are or have been within our personal journey, we complement each other within the blessing of the experience that is us. I am living my life in the realization that that which supersedes is my ability to understand that my personal experience and the results of that is what takes precedence when it comes to the formation of my being and my personal belief system. I am aware that my beliefs, those which guide me, may have fact energy within my journey, but should be received as opinion to others, as this ensures that they before any are the grand creators of their journey, as I am of mine. This is the beauty rather than the conflict of difference of opinion, as we were all brought here to play a part, not to please others, but rather to be exactly who we are uniquely for the betterment of self, which then carries over to the
All right, y'all. We back. Governess, you want to try to finish your thought? No? Okay. Well, we're gonna move this thing right along.
You look
Chaz.
clear now.
Yeah,
Sorry.
much clearer. Like it's smooth motion and all that.
Oh, friend, the face, friend. Of course
No,
we hurt.
no, it's okay.
I know
Oh,
that's frustrating.
woo, woo. I'm sorry. Um, Chaz, we're gonna kick it over to you and take it away, Mom.
Okay, so for all my singles, maybe even if you just want to talk or getting back out to the dating field, my question is for you guys: how important is age to you guys? Like, do you have an age range? And if so, how important is maturity level with that? You know, and I'm speaking. I want to speak to my women on this as well because I feel like I'm saying women, but at the same time, I don't want to sound like biased or something like that towards the men because I know sometimes it's a double standard, you know, when it comes to the age range thing. So for me, I'm 31. I'll be 31 this year. So for me, I say my age limit is 25 to 45. That's where I set my age limits at. How does that make you feel like as a woman if you were to date someone younger, you know, as opposed to someone older? And then and this goes for my fellas too. Like how do y'all feel about that? Like, and how does the maturity level play inside of that for you guys?
She addressed it to the lovely ladies. Somebody want one of the ladies come on now?
Okay,
Okay,
so
good, Aubrey. Great.
listen. Okay, it's horrible dating. Okay, it is horrible. But no, for real, seriously, let's grasp it here. I feel like it doesn't matter the age. To me, it's about the maturity. I feel like a lot of people, the number one thing that irritates me now with dating or just talking to people is the fact that they don't know how to communicate. And it's like, what you talking about? Like that whole what's up, what you doing like that? What else can we talk about from that? We should already move past that chapter. It's now what is it about you that I want to find out, that I want to be able to understand, that if I can connect to that person, what it is. It's so irritating to not find that in people. And it's like whether they're young, Whether they're middle age, your age, or where you should be, or whether they're older, everybody is still doing the same things. It does not matter the age range. I just feel like if you 25 and you act mature, it'll show in your actions, because I was the young person out of all of my friends and they were older than me. Some of them were in their upper 30s and in their 40s. So I was mature enough to hang around that friend group. So I kind of feel like age sometimes doesn't have to align with that. It's just all about the maturity level.
So, Aubrey, are you saying it doesn't matter what age you are? If you're a fuck boy or a fuck girl, you're a fuck boy or a fuck girl. It just is what it is. It don't matter.
It is what it is. I feel
Okay.
like it's all in your actions. I feel like nowadays people they try to set expectations and set things up for people that people don't want. I'm a single woman. I didn't come into this situation being your second, third, or fourth. Absolutely not. If I
Okay.
cannot have you 100% of the time, then I don't want you at all. Period.
Wait. You don't want to be on the team? You don't want to be,
Absolutely not.
you
Because
don't want to be in
what
a
team
straight
are we?
line?
No, I have my own team. I am the prize, the reward. I am everything that you need.
Say that, mama.
Why am I limiting myself? That's why I feel like this is the battle of self-worth. Because I am battling myself every day when I'm talking to these people. Absolutely. Where's your mindset? What do you have to live for? Money, cars, and clothes ain't gonna be here forever.
Facts. Absolute facts. Mm-mm-mm. Anybody else?
So Ro is 2 years younger than me. I think it definitely depends on maturity level. I always tell him, you know, knock on wood, if anything ever happened to him, I'm gonna just find me an older, feminine CEO baddie, and we just gonna travel and do what we do. Cause when I see the experiences that y'all having out in these streets, I am just like, what? And then when you see the things that are happening in the world as well, and all of the energies that are being released, that now you got to battle against, they got to battle against, you got to find each other, and then y'all got to battle against yourselves to get to where you need to be to get to the battle with each other, to then cleanse that energy of the unit. It's a lot. It's a lot. So, Chaz, to answer your question, as far as my range, probably, like I said, knock on wood, if I ever had to find myself in another situation, it wouldn't be dating whatsoever. Maybe 10 years older than me, CEO baddie, that is just ready to travel and see the world and do what we do. But Ro is 2 years younger than me, though. Maturity is key. Aubrey, I'm gonna do your wait. How I do the fingers, Aubrey, like this? To everything that you said, sis. Gratitude.
All right. Charming.
So I agree with the maturity, but I also feel like, so I'm 30. Rose, he's like a year and a half older than me, so we're pretty much in that same age range or age bracket. But in terms of just people in general, just interacting with people, I just feel like a certain, like, I feel like 25, 26, like even that age is still so, can be much immature in the mind. Like I just feel like there's so much experience missing, and there's so much like I am a 30-year-old person learning shit about myself that I quite frankly feel like I should have been learned about myself. Like I should have been able to reflect on it. But like when your brain is ready to reflect, it's ready to reflect. And like I just feel like I think my intolerance for people might be just heightened, but I don't think that anybody under the age of 28, if I was single hypothetically, would be compatible, because I just feel like I said, there's so much understanding of self that hasn't come, and it's just like I don't got tolerance for that, you know. So, and I guess that's where the maturity comes in, you know. But I feel like with age comes maturity.
Yeah, it should be. Come on, Lee.
This is my immaturity. For anyone who is new in here, me and Charming both saying, Ro, we are not in a polygamous relationship. We both just found the bliss in the energy that is Ro. Hashtag find you a Ro, because they are out here winning. Find Find you a
That
row.
is so messy.
Right? Like
We're sisters.
they
We're
both
sisters
they
in
both
a
got
lot
men's
of
name,
different
bro.
big
Are they
ways.
sharing?
We're real
Okay.
sisters.
Sister,
Somebody was already texting, girl, did you just hear that?
Right. Oh no, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are they in the same area? Okay.
Row, row your boat.
Yeah. That's too funny. Well, Jose, did you want to touch on
So, okay.
Uh,
Oh,
yeah,
no, come on,
but
governance.
I'll
Why
let
you got a
you go
good
first.
signal? Hold on. Why governance has a good signal? Come on.
Okay. So I believe in maturity. So okay, so she wasn't mature. Never mind. Go ahead, Jose. Never mind. Never mind.
I already
PTSD.
know.
I'll come back
I know.
after Jose.
I know you.
PTSD, Quantita.
That's too funny.
I'll
You see how I answered my question, Quantita, and I knew you felt that. older.
For
Come on,
me,
Jose.
I'm gonna go ahead and say maturity.
No,
For age,
one really were in love with them. Can you hear me?
Now we can. Yes. I know.
Okay. What if you were really in love with someone, dating them, and then you found out they were like way under your age bracket, but you didn't see anything wrong with them? Would you stay in that? That's my question.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
have been in that predicament before, and I have stayed to see if it could last a little longer than what it could be because they perceive me to be younger. I don't know if it was a look or just my childlike ways, but I really felt like I could stay. You know, I mean, you're bringing what's coming to the table, so I can stay because you're showing me that you can meet me and make it whole to where it's not like, okay, I'm making the table, I'm making the food and everything. You're actually meeting me halfway to where age ain't nothing but a number. You are legal. And I have to throw that out there. Legality is the thing we're looking for out here, people. Legal. And I just feel if you bring it to the table, and it's definitely L for legal. If you're bringing this to the table and you pitching, I guess I can hit it. I can try to batter swing for it. But maturity is definitely what I'm looking for. But yeah, I'm catching
Can
what
I
you're
say
throwing.
something? Hold on, because I need to clarify. My legal is 21. 21, not 18.
No, not 18.
No.
Hypothetically, for me, I'm not dating 22 because you actually got to feel the drinky drinks and a little bit of the fun life. But older is nice too.
Here's my dilemma, y'all. Here's my dilemma. Nothing my age seems to be attracted to me. It's either older or younger. I don't know. People my age range, so what do you do with that?
You a hot commodity, honey. You forgot
Like
we seen you.
You better
my
go get you that. You better go get you that silver fox with the veteran benefits, baby.
hey, my ex
Tenderoni, baby.
my ex was 8
Tenderoni.
years my junior. Yeah. So
How did that turn out?
Huh?
How did that turn out?
It lasted about nine years. Yeah, but shit happens. But no, I'm just saying. So like, what do you do? Like that be my dilemma. It's like the age range thing, and then it's like, I don't know. I guess we all got our. Aubrey, you on mute. What you
Well,
say?
you know what? Because so he was 8 years your junior, right? He was
So
8
when
years
we're
your junior. But
Mhm.
are we also to blame as the older ones? Because I'm sure they talking to their friends like this old bitch. Like, look, because you got to also understand you come with some shit as an older motherfucker too. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because I didn't date older
Absolutely.
people, so I date
Mhm.
older and younger. So you have to
Mhm.
also take accountability for some shit though. But I like them old and young, and you can put your application in at a magicwalk@gmail.com.
Carbon, I try to
Magic
spray
is with the
away.
J.
J, yes, please. I try to
Jick.
spray. I try to spray away. I try
What you
to
trying to
spray
say?
away the 8 years because 8 years younger. Does that not feel like you're raising them? That's
Um,
just naturally what.
in a
No,
certain
because
aspect,
That's what I was
but
do somebody
but
was
like
I was
mine,
40, she was
worked.
27.
Mine worked. Mine had his own spot. Mine had his own car. And a lot of those aspects, mine had it together. But in other aspects, it wasn't so together. So you feel what I'm saying? I ain't never had to worry about money, vacations, and anything like that. Never.
see, but that's all that's the materialistic
I
stuff,
get it.
right?
I get it.
So
Right,
we
right.
we already know that people assume you're winning if you have this, and that. So somebody already raised them on that checklist. But I mean, like your or your intellectuality. I think that's a word. Emotionally,
Mhm.
those things, did you not feel like you were raising them, or were there situations that made you feel like you were raising them in that sense, how to respond and respond accordingly, and to know how to adapt and shift based on what space or group you're in? And Quatita, you're absolutely right. As being older, we come with a lot of shit and a lot of standards, boundaries that we set for
Yeah.
younger individuals when they need to just be living their life and turning up. But yes, Carbon, so you didn't feel that way?
Um.
But I don't
Yeah.
want no old dick.
Me either. Not no super
The
old. No,
fuck
no.
no.
I don't want Christmas tinsel down there. I don't want that.
What?
I don't want that.
Bills
You
paid.
put it look like
Me
Christmas tinsel.
neither.
No. Okay. But yes, in certain aspects, Malika, to answer your question, yes, I did find that challenging in certain areas in certain times, for sure. And I agree with you, governess. No Christmas tinsel. I agree. I don't want to.
Don't be over
I don't
here
think about.
making slow love to me. You better fuck me. I'm not going for it. Fuck your road bold, slow moving shit. Fuck that shit. I want some.
Wait, hold on. Girl, the slow grind in the grunt. All that.
I ain't trying to hear you. I just love you. Get the fuck
Get
move.
the fuck
No,
out. Period.
no.
We finna grab
Fuck out
the
of
other
here.
ponytails and
Okay.
That part.
Okay. So like,
Choke me
okay.
from the back. Like stop that.
Period. Yes.
Here's the dilemma I'm going through now. I'm talking to somebody. We real cool, but I just asked. I just asked him today. Are you vaxxed? Yeah, absolutely.
No. No.
That kind of shit. That's what's going on out here. Like, damn.
That is it's a question, y'all. That is now a normal question you must ask.
What?
It's not fun, y'all. Are you
I mean,
vaxxed?
honestly, Carbon, it's already in the toilet paper and the Popeyes
The
chicken sandwich.
toilet
So
paper.
everything they was fighting over, it's already in there. So, you might have had it.
As
Yeah,
my
yeah.
mouth
Not that ass paper.
But
I can't even wipe my ass.
Girl,
Is it in the Popeye
switch to
strawberry
white.
biscuits?
You guys
better if you mentally
remember?
that they didn't get it like that. You know what I'm saying? I think it's better if you mentally know if it didn't come that way. You know what I'm saying? That's for me.
You
Like,
guys remember when we were talking about the reusable toilet paper? Looks like you guys are gonna have to get with it now.
No, I saw that and I
Shut up,
actually was
Charlie.
like fucking with it. Because it's actually cute and designed right.
Man, look
I'm just
here.
saying, it seems like it's gonna come in handy now.
Oh my goodness.
Well, what's not gonna come in handy is these this infectious ass crops that's they putting the vax up in. Okay. Because we not going, enough of us is not going to get this shit. So they're not only putting it in the crop fertilizations, but they also starting, I believe, this month or next month, they're gonna be putting it in the meats. Pork and beef to be exact, if they're not already doing. Come on, y'all.
So, okay. This is my story, but I don't have a lot to say. I just was coming to say, I told y'all so. That's it.
I just want to
Thanks.
say, hell no, we won't go.
Yeah. Fight the power.
Okay, well, Jose.
I don't even eat no meat.
Yeah.
We got to
You
stand
did.
there like the
Me
Olympics
so.
when the black guy won the Olympics, when the Melanie won, he was standing there
She
like,
literally been saying it for like years that they was gonna do this to the vegetation, to the everything. She said that. She
mhm.
sure did. Speaking of
Validation.
validations. Speaking of vegetation, young Melanite chef, young man, he has a all vegan prep like
Mhm.
catering thing going. I couldn't
I've been
find
forgetting that I
the
got
article.
pictures and videos.
Oh, do you? Okay, cool. Because I was like, I couldn't find it to
Yeah,
save my
I
life. I
still
was
I
looking
got
for like
pictures
20
and
minutes.
videos today.
That's because you having all the technical issues, so it's flustering you. Yes, right here. This young man is doing the damn thing, you guys. And it's all with Dr. Sabi approved ingredients. So, things that's not gonna cause you mucus and things like that. And I think it's beautiful. And I really hope he does well. And I hope he yeah, he'll heal our people. Whew, damn. Yes. Anybody has anybody have heard this guy? I don't even know.
No,
No?
I just saw the story the other day and I
What
was
was
like, this
the
is dope.
what was the name of the brand?
Yeah,
Alkaline.
so we can look into it because it says he
She'd have to put it back up because I don't remember.
Oh, I didn't. Did it say?
I don't know, but it
I'm
says he
not
ships
sure.
real soon.
I think I went to his website. I think I seen a whole bunch of like tea.
Let's see. Young chef creates on no. It doesn't say his name of his what is this Black Success? No. I don't know if that's where we
That
got
could
it
be his
from or
LLC, Black Success Live. Who knows?
No, that's
I'm
the place, probably
Yeah, I
the
think
place that
that's
they
where I
got it
pulled
from.
the story from.
The source.
right. That's what I was
Well,
thinking. Okay. Well, anyway, kudos to him though.
But he got
Yeah.
Kudos to
highlighted
him.
for sure. So congratulations to him.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, but any of y'all stories, remind me, I have pictures and uploaded videos. Okay. So
Okay. All right, so up next we going over to Miss Tanisha. Miss Charming.
All right, y'all. So here's the video. You guys might have seen this video if you're on TikTok or the social medias. We're gonna
yeah,
be
I
doing an
got the video too. I'm gonna
experiment.
put it up for you.
Yeah, we're gonna be
Okay.
doing an experiment because I'm gonna do it and I want you guys to do it with me. So you can play the video now, governess.
Okay. Hold on. I'm in the freeze mode. Hold on. I got you. Hold on. Just hold on. I'm coming.
Hold on. Do your monkey love.
I'm coming. Oh, I thought you were singing the other. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm coming.
Hey, hold on.
Yeah.
Everything gonna be all right. Oh. If there's supposed to be audio, I don't think there's any.
No, because I couldn't get the audio. It wouldn't play the audio for me. So I just recorded it the way it was.
Oh, okay.
Well, I could probably play it over here so they can hear what he's saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was
Because I
sitting
didn't know if
here.
it actually came with it.
I thought
Plays
that
the
I was going
audio.
cuckoo.
Listen, Aubrey,
Oh my God.
1-800-ABCDEFG. I was reading my
I
ass
was gonna
off.
say this is an
I
experiment
muted,
for
I
sure,
muted the mic
Carmi.
and turned up my TV real loud. Like, is it playing on the TV?
I said, "Ooh, Carmi, what kind of experiment is this? I
Oh
did
my
not
God.
pass math."
I was like, is it supposed to
It's
have
easy.
I don't think it does, baby.
Okay. I was like, maybe she's fixing it.
I'm like, I don't
Listen,
know
there
how we're all
was
gonna
no
do it.
sound playing, so I'm like, I played it twice. I'm like, shit, I must have to record it the way it is.
Okay, so
And Quintina is playing this, and she has nothing to
I'm just like,
I have no idea what he's saying.
okay, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna play it now.
Culture. Hello, Miss Electroculture. Just one more example of the old world using the ether from above. Essentially, you just take a copper wire, stick it into the ground near your plants, and voila. Larger plants, larger yields, electrically charged. If you're interested in more, I have a PDF on my Telegram. Shows many great examples and diagrams of how to do it yourself. And with this simple little experiment, you too can experience the powers of the ether above. Here are just some modern examples of people relearning this lost art. With something so simple and easy to do as just getting a spool of copper wire and a stick. No deadly sprays required. And if they couldn't sell us the solution in the form of their deadly chemicals, well, no wonder why it's not mainstream. Question everything, friends. Electroculture.
Okay, so basically that video was about how they have been basically studying and doing using copper and wire and the energy from the ethers to make their plants grow larger yields, grow faster, stuff like that. So I kind of just took some notes. You could honestly Google the book. The book is so easy to find. I Googled the name of the book and PDF, and I think it pops up like that. It's called Electric Culture or Electroculture, and I think there's only like one book on it, so it should be really easy to find. I found it free. Don't really have to pay anybody to get it. So I hope you guys got your notes because it's class time. So electroculture is the process of applying atmospheric electricity to fertilization of plant life. So let me see. I'm going to show you guys the picture because they show like a diagram of the that they actually had like a tool that they used or like a contraption that they used, and it kind of has like wires on the top, and then it kind of goes into this box that uses something called telluric currents to hold energy, and then it goes into the ground where copper and zinc is connected, and then it basically uses the weather, it uses the deities, you can say, to pull the energy in and make the plants grow. So I forgot you can't flip this around. I'm gonna grab it from my email. But so another thing that was interesting was it uses terrestrial magnetism as well. So terrestrial magnetism is just earth magnetism, and it's the earth magnetic fields caused by molten iron and nickel in the earth's core. That's what they say. So let me grab this book. Okay, it's not working. For some reason, it's acting weird. Well, anyway, so what I really thought was interesting was that telluric currents It's an electric current which moves underground or through the sea. It could be caused by natural causes and or human causes. What it is it continuously moves between um, the sunlight and the shadow sides of the earth towards the equator and the earth and towards the poles. What that interests me because it sounds like counterparts to me. So my basically sharing with you is that copper is something that you can use not only on yourself but to help your plants grow. Copper is one of the 8 essential plant micronutrients, so I think you might be able to like put it in the dirt if it's like powdered, but not too much of it. But in to not skip all that, we're going to do an experiment where I don't know if you guys have copper wire, but you can go to like Home Depot or like Lowe's, and I get this there. It's like $5 for like a big spool, and I made a little copper thing, and I'm gonna put it in the ground, and it has the spiral, which helps to create more energy, and then I'm hoping that this wire up here helps to like pull it down, and I'm gonna see if it helps my plants grow. So if you guys got wire and tools and all that stuff, try to make little, you seen how they had it. Some of them were just wrapped around the base of the plant. Some of them had crystals with it. So yeah, that's my sharing
That
for
looks
today.
like our hair and us.
Right.
It's
Wow,
exactly what
literally.
Yep. It sure do. It look like this
It
right here.
literally looks like, oh, my curl is gone.
Yeah.
for sure
I
looks
was
like
going
mine when it's
I was gonna say it reminds me of the lock jewelry. And gratitude to Chandrika. I can't wait to post your video. Chandrika sent me some lock jewelry as well. But what I was going to say is that Charming missed one thing. If you are interested in getting your own copper wrap, if you don't have the copper wire, the tools, and all of those extra things, and you are practicing the green thumb energy, hit up Charming Tea, Good Vibes Galaxy on Instagram, and place your custom order. Because we all need this energy within our plants and what we're trying to do. And it's very important, as Quatita has been speaking all week in regards to the sectors and doing what we need to do. The same energy you're putting into your sectors, make sure you're putting that into your home and sharing it with your family as well, which means having food prepared. And I'm definitely going to pass the information on to my brother Charming and reach out to you in regards to some of these that we have out here so that we can experiment and test it a little, because that's really dope. Gratitude.
Gratitude. All right, folks, we're at that time. We are going to take our next commercial break. So we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors, folks.
They say do everything with attention. From my hands to yours. May you receive all the energy and everything you need it to be. Ashe.
All right, and we're back. We are back. So next up, we have the beautiful Aubrey Marie. Women versus men. Why you make that?
Because it is a discussion. Pretty much double standards. Did you get the video, Q?
I did. It has sound.
So yes, so this is a topic that I didn't even know until we talked about it later. Well, this afternoon or evening. That me and Malika saw the same post, and when I posted, she was like, "I'm so glad you did." So we can kind of talk about it because I really feel like that there is a huge double standard in people being sexual with themselves and comfortable in their own sexuality, like. Why is all of these things happening? Like, why is, if a man wants
I'll run
to.
it. I'm gonna run it for you. I'm gonna run it.
Okay, go ahead.
Down low, doing a lot of shit behind people's back and not being honest about it. A big reason is because they're not given a safe space to be who they are. And what I mean by that is this. When you got a woman who will let you know she's been with the woman before, or she's into women every now and again, they not judged like that. It's looked at in society, it's like, it's cool, it's accepted. You know what I mean? They could sit there and tell you, I'm not gay, I'm not a lesbian, I just, like to mess around with women every now and again. Or I had an experience in college, or I had an experience when I was younger, whatever. And it's accepted. When a man say that, he gay, he got a disease, he this, he that, he can never just have that safe space to be like, well, I had an experience with a transgender, or I had an experience with a man, and it was this, and I'm not gay. It's not something that I like to do all the time, or want to be with a man, anything like that. And I wonder why. I want to know why is it a double standard like that? And ladies, y'all answer me. Why is it a double standard? Because I've seen a clip of a pastor, and he was like, would you date a man who had a gay experience or something like that? And they all was like, nah. It was like, you know what I'm saying, really met with some real, like, negative thoughts, you know what I'm saying? So my thing is this. If it's accepted for women, why are y'all not giving men a safe space for them to express their sexuality or something that they may try or want to try or whatever? You know what I'm saying? That's a big reason why. And you got some men that just lie. And that's just what it is. They lie. They're going to cheat with you with a girl. They're going to cheat with you, got whatever. But I'm talking about, just giving a safe space to people to be who they want to be. You know what I mean? And to be free. I think a lot of that would stop. If that was to happen, a lot of, behind closed doors and DL shit would stop.
Can I just say one thing and then y'all can jump in? I just want to say one thing. One thing.
You hoping?
Most of you women.
You hoping that you trying to get with him?
Well, I mean, maybe a little bit, but what I was gonna say was, most of you women so sorry to be the bearer of bad news. You probably already have fucked with a nigga that has fucked with a nigga. I'm just saying.
And he is about right. Here's the thing. This is so much deeper than us just scraping on the surface, because this is what we understand because of the programming. The thing about it is that we utilized a man that was honored, or that is still being honored, that said that homosexuality is a sin and all of those things. And people really took heed of that. But if that is so much of a sin, why is that so familiar in the industry? Why is that so familiar with pedophilia and men doing all of these things to little boys? You have your hand in agreement.
I was trying to get Chad's attention so that Chad could see the comment, but sorry, I was looking out for my.
No, you're
sorry.
Get on my
so I just feel like that it goes deeper. Like, we've gave attention to something for so long that now people feel like they can't even organically be themselves. If people want to be comfortable in their sexuality, what is sexuality? Why are we abiding by a law? If you're attracted to something, you're attracted to that. I don't feel like it has to be put in a specific category for a person to be able to live their life if they want to. And whoever that they choose to want to have that type of connection with, they should be on the same page and understanding that. And they should also be able to explain that to whoever may not understand what's going on. You should be open and accountable enough to say what you like so that you give that person the decision to either mess with you or not.
So I have a strong opinion on this. The video. I don't agree that women are the cause of this. I believe that men are the cause of this because I feel like men set the standards for sex in any shape or form, whether it be the industry, whether it be individually, whether it be social media. And I feel like the reason why men are DL is because men are DL. Like, it's because men shame men, not because women shame men. Women shame men because men shame men. Nobody accepts it because it's taboo to accept it. So I completely disagree with him. And I think that he's scapegoating women because he need to talk to his homeboys who got a problem with men that may have had a sexual experimentation or, played around here or there, because it's them. It's not women. Like, women are reacting to in the same manner that everybody else reacts. But I feel like in order to be set free, the men need to set themselves free by having that conversation with each other and not come to women after they done talked and said, okay, we're ready to agree that being a little gay is okay. Can you guys agree to that? Okay, cool. We're all in, no He-Man woman hating club anymore, like.
Come on, governess. Come on. Oh.
Okay. Am I back?
Yes.
It's like they know when I want to dirty son of
look.
bitches. Okay. I agree with Charming, but I also agree with him. And then I did that because I blame society itself for making people not be okay with who they are, for pushing the narrative, like he said, of disease, as if you can only get disease that way. There are plenty of heterosexual people with HIV, okay, and every other STD that there is, okay. But I blame each other because I know male people right now that will not come out of the closet because their fathers and their brothers and their cousins are hardcore. But there's a lot of hardcore gay men. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have all of these now secret rooms. We're making it be a secret. It's just widely accepted because people love PUSSY and they want to see it, as many of them together as possible. And so they try to make that shit accepted more so than men, because again, men are supposed to be this strong structure of masculinity. And just even if a man shows his emotion and he's heterosexual, oh, that shit's gay. Like, what are we talking about? And that is one thing that I do agree with Orlando Brown on. Like, gay means happy. Why are we using such words to describe sexual acts? Because sexual act is something completely different from everything else. I cannot even. If a man cries, if a baby wants to play with a baby doll, none of that has anything to do with a sexual preference. So that's all I'm saying.
Come on now.
So,
and I'm guilty. I've done that. Like, I can't date no man that's didn't date. I've done that. That's me. I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Go ahead, Malika.
So I agree with Charming in a sense, and I'm leaning towards what Quatita was saying. I feel like it's a difference when it comes to the homeboys versus your lady. And so I get why he would make that distinction and simply address the women. And I'm not offended and I don't feel blame because shit, I'm very accepting. So even if you were doing that, you're not applying it to me. Um, I have been on the other side of this, being in a Caribbean community, doing music. Let me say that in a Caribbean community, especially conscious music, which is usually classified as Rastafarian, and being a woman who likes women. Um, there was no talking about that outside of the house. And I could give a fuck about what a feminine that I am not interested in thinks about my sexuality or my sexual preferences. So out the window with that. However, when I come home to my safe space, when I am booed up with my boo and I say, this is something that intrigues me, this is something that turns me on, I would like to engage with a toy and bring that into our situation. Those conversations, if there is backlash from that, even if it's missed, like, I don't understand, can you explain it more? The time still needs to be taken within that safe space to where that person does not feel rejected. Because let me tell you what, there's a lot more issues that a lot of people are walking around. And when I say a lot of y'all, I don't mean the committee and cousins, but it applies to all of us. A lot of us are walking around with a lot more issues that we bringing into our relationship and our safe spaces with, outside of what a preference is in somebody that you are with. Now, is that something that I'm interested in? No. However, that also speaks to the fact that this gentleman needs to find spaces where he is accepted. There are many women out here who love to see two men have it out. There are like, find the spaces, sir. It'll change your life. And you'll realize that the other spaces really don't matter. And you'll know exactly where to give your fucks, because it's going to speak to you, it's going to feed you, and it's going to make you feel accepted enough to scream it on the mountaintops if you feel like it. The comments, Charming, I will say, were very disparaging. And it was a majority of women that were pretty much proving his point. And I was like, we should have just fell back on this one unless we had to give advice or we had advice to give. They were really mean. It was very crude. It was very derogatory, and things that we ourselves yell to the mountaintops that we would never, or ways that we would never want to be treated. And here they were doing it to him when they've been asking for honesty and asking for truth, and somebody is giving it and looking for a response and open to communicating. And instead of stepping away from yourself enough and your ego enough to know he don't want you, he's not asking you specifically, just give the man some advice. This doesn't, just because you give him advice doesn't mean it applies to you or what you like. But a lot of people cannot step outside of themselves to do that. And I was a bit disappointed. I was very disappointed when Aubrey sent it. I was like, I gotta seal my lips. I'm not even gonna comment in the comments because I'm about to drag everybody. And that's it.
Not drag everybody. Anybody else want to touch on this?
I think some people have fetishes. You know, one more time. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like some have fetishes, and some people just like for you to play with their booty hole. You know what I mean? But they want a woman to do it. You know, I'm a particular person, like, if a man dates men, I'm not going to date them. Just like if a man dates white women, I'm not going to date them. That's what you want. That's what you like. I don't have nothing to do. I can't do none of that. I'm bisexual, you know? I'm a bisexual. I like both worlds, you know what I mean? Now, but let me say, can you still hear me?
Yes.
Can you still hear me?
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
I'm a hypocrite because I will watch gay porn. I will watch men on men porn and women on women porn. So I'm a hypocrite in that sense. But when I'm watching men on men, I'm like, give it to him. Look at him, his big ass. He like that shit. Like, I'm watching it, but that's what I like. You know what I mean? Because that's me. I'm a hypocrite in that way. You know? I do. What?
That's what I love about you. You own your shit in a heartbeat. Like, but I'm a hypocrite because it is what it is.
Not you encouraging this whole give it to him, give it to him, give it to him. No.
Give it to him.
Right.
He like that
Right.
shit. Look at that shit. You know, that's me. I like to talk to him.
You be coaching this shit?
Yeah.
That's too funny.
Could you imagine Quatsita on set Like if she was a producer of these types of shows, and she's on set, all you hear in the back is "Give it to him, yeah, that's it, right there."
She
Oh,
she would
hit
sound
that.
exactly like that.
Move your
Move,
legs.
move like this.
Move
Move
your
like, but
legs,
faster,
bitch.
faster,
You're blocking the
faster.
shot. That's
Yeah,
me
I don't
watching
know.
porn for real. Like, bitch, move your hand. You blocking the shot. Why ain't nobody told him you blocking the light? Like, that's
Yeah, I don't like the way that stick feel. Do that again.
Do that again.
I'm sorry. Do that again. Okay, that's funny. But speaking of freak, speaking of the freakiness of it all, how about this freak Nick, y'all? Anybody heard about this freak Nick movie coming out from the 90s? People's aunties and mamas is about to be exposed. What they talking about, Aubrey? I think you're on mute, boo.
Hey, how y'all doing? Now we are back on. Okay, listen, they have filed a lawsuit against Hulu. Honey, the people that are in this Good Freak Neat session said enough is enough. Honey, they are mothers of the church house, doctors, lawyers, grandmothers. They do not want to be embarrassed. So they filed a lawsuit to have the movie blocked. And I feel like this is a great discussion topic because I told Quatita, I said, so you get out here, you let that man touch on your poom poom. Yes. Grab your titties on the camera. You did. You also, sir, you allowed her to touch on your popsicle. You did. It happened. And the juggling of the oranges. Yes. So listen, I, for one, let me see you turn up at the Freak Meet. We believe you when you used to say that you were something. We did not believe you when you said that you was a motherfucker back then. Ain't that right, Malika?
It's Quatita and Jose whispering to each other at the same exact time. I had expected Jose to put his ear up, but
so
but
you don't even know what she says because you trying to tell us something.
And I love that you use the phrase "pum pum." Ashe. Listen, you know what they're really mad at, Aubrey? They're mad at the fact that now everybody is gonna know. Because okay, let's talk about the trolls on the internet, right? If you have been one of these old and miserable people in these comments and these trolls have kept your name on a list, they will match your face to this video footage. And they will go back and find you, and they will remind you of where you were coming from, even though you found the time to judge now and you was engaging in the same stuff. Your children that you've been locking in the house and telling them that they are not shit for the things that they want to engage in, that has assisted in building and creating and pushing this wrong energy, your children will now know that you are engaging in that times infinity on the sands of Virginia, Daytona Beach, Miami. Because let's not talk about Luke Freak Fest. Now, I used to sneak out at a very young age and attend all of these. What happened, Governess?
She beat me to the comment. God damn it. I was going to say that. They need to release Girls Gone Wild, too. Don't forget these genome bitches had the same action.
That's what I was saying. And they probably are worse.
Girl, the Girls Gone Wild
is worse.
Worse.
You know they were throat goating.
Absolutely.
You know it.
Hey, Malika, I want to piggyback. I want to piggyback off of what you said. Do you know how many of these children of these Christian households told they were going to hell and all this other kind of shit, and you about to see how you got here? Basically,
I need to see that. Listen, Sister Sue, I need to see you shaking your ass on the corner of that Camry with
how many
all of those men. I need to see you. It wasn't even no music, sis. You was shaking ass just because it was a freak fest. I want to see you, actor. Yes. Why
Yeah.
not, sis?
When the topic got brought up about them making a documentary, they brought up a good point on Twitter, which is kind of like, if you think about, like, you know, all the pictures we see and all the videos we might see, but like there had to be an extreme amount of sexual assault happening in the background, or I mean the fucking foreground. The pictures that we're seeing could literally be a result of that. And I guess that's something that is, you know, interesting. Like, do we want to see it so that we can be aware of that? Like, are they going to be telling us about that, or do we not want to see it?
Come on, Obs.
Charming. Now I gotta talk right.
You know, I'm a party pooper.
Why would you do that to me? I am all for the shit. Now I'm over here like, I gotta take it back. If you were harmed, we apologize briefly. But listen, sis, we still need to see.
Right, we're not talking about the unwilling. We're not talking about nothing about the unwilling. We talk about the willing. That's who we talk about.
Willing.
Not the unwilling. You know.
Well, blurred lines do exist. I don't know.
No, if you're not willing, you're not willing. And if you willing, you willing. The non-willing means you are with her.
No, I'm saying the blurred line exists to say that it's blurry for one or the other, and so therefore there's still assault taking. We don't got to talk. Let's keep going on to the next thing.
Listen, no, but that's a great point, Charming.
It is. It is.
Great point. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay out. I
thought Chaz was say.
Oh, go ahead, Chaz.
What up, Chaz?
Listen, I'm as far as the Freaknik, I was all for the party, and listen, if they release it, they release it. If they don't, they don't. Hey. But I'm for the shits though, so I'm with Aubrey. I'm for the shits. So
it's such a wolf.
You wasn't ashamed when you was popping that hot pocket. Don't be ashamed now, okay? Just saying.
I feel that maybe they could submit something that's. Oh, sorry, you were breaking up. Go ahead, my bad.
I just said wolf mullets. There's shown.
Jose, we can hear you.
I was just saying, it's gonna be a lot of wolf mullets.
Listen, what I was trying to say for the wolf mullets, what does that even look like? Anyway, okay. Oh, all right.
Look like
maybe they could. My friend would definitely describe it, so I knew
why
exactly.
I'm on the bus, just not getting to the bus stop.
Looking like your panties got sideburns.
The hair.
It's gonna be a lot of girl.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
How do I even get serious after this sideburn? Maybe they'll have the opportunity to, like, well, they don't know who these people are, right? Look what they came up here. They don't know who these people are, right? To where, like, they can. How do they even do that, honestly, though? Because I know when I've been somewhere where they've done reality TV shows, they walk around and you have to sign a form, right? Stop it, Sage. They walk around where you have to sign a form, and whoever has not signed the form, they blur out the background so you can't see the faces. So that does seem like they're crossing some boundaries legally when it comes to that. Especially if some of these people done turn into lawyers and stuff, you might be looking for trouble. But you know, in the industry, they're willing to take that risk because you make this much money. The lawsuit really doesn't matter because now you can release other things after that. I don't know. It's a conundrum.
But I think it's a like a standard somewhere in there, Malika, because if you see that they're actually filming and you're out there like, you know, that you're like, I don't know, and maybe a
Well,
standard in there somewhere.
mm,
What up,
I'm
Ops?
sorry.
No? You didn't have nothing to say? But you know what? I can't with her. Does anybody else want to touch on this? Y'all are silly. Okay, well, with that said, we're gonna take our last commercial break for the evening, y'all. So we're gonna be right back after a word from our sponsors, all right?
Powerful, captivating, indulgent, riveting.
You hear the rumble of the earth.
High Council, Affirmation, Oracle, and Tarot Deck. Available for pre-sale now, only on www.awalkwiththeancestors.com. I sit, close my eyes, inhale and exhale, and ask myself, what is it within us that makes us give up on our own experiences based on the beliefs of others? How is it that beings, even societies who in so many ways exemplify strength based on societal norms, find comforting ease with going with what is popular presented rather than what is? Why limit self to some when you can have all? I am living my life as it comes to me, aligned with those that I can learn from as they learn from me, those that will not attempt to mold me into the perfect fit for their journey, but rather provide guidance if they sense I am straying from my path. Regardless of who we are or have been within our personal journey, we complement each other within the blessing of the experience that is us. I am living my life in the realization that that which supersedes is my ability to understand that my personal experience and the results of that is what takes precedence when it comes to the formation of my being and my personal belief system. I am aware that my beliefs, those which guide me, may have fact energy within my journey, but should be received as opinion to others, as this ensures that they before any are the grand creators of their journey, as I am of mine. This is the beauty rather than the conflict of difference of opinion, as we were all brought here to play a part, not to please others, but rather to be exactly who we are uniquely for the betterment of self, which then carries over to the betterment of all. Grand Rising.
All right, y'all, we back. We back. So let me just say, first of all, I love Malika's commercials. Okay, they always be so deep. And my ignorant ass, I always go to in my mind, what is higher? What is learning? She be giving me that whole vibe. I swear, every time she be giving me that whole like deep philosophical, just boom. I love
Like
it
this
though.
card.
Right. Absolutely. Yes.
Gratitude,
I love it.
Malika. Gratitude.
Hey, yes, baby. Them
I know
cards.
y'all
Yes.
see what I am holding in my hands right now. Let me tell you what, the night that I received them, after I finished crying and bawling on the phone with Quatita and Aubrey and Jose, like complete meltdown because I was so touched. In regard, it came at the right time. It showed up exactly when it needed to with the messages that I required in that moment, and I gave so much gratitude that I poured. Okay, I did a reading. I blessed my cards, and I did a reading on myself with these. And when I say the cards were jumping, I've used decks for a very long time. The cards were jumping, like the messages were popping out, and it was so specific to the experience and, as they say now, the era I am currently going through. And the beautiful thing about, and I'm sorry, I'm going into another commercial here, but just bear with me. The beautiful thing about this deck, for those who have not used tarot and for those who have, is that typically, I know Quatita is big on getting this booklet out to everyone. Typically, you would require the booklet in order to use the cards if you're not well versed in tarot. Please ignore Sage in the background. I think when I say Quatita's name, he Okay. But the cards have the descriptions on them. So your ability to maneuver through the reading, your ability to receive the messages immediately and give gratitude immediately rather than having to stop, look it up, write it down, figure out how it applies to you, or wait until you're done pulling. It's such a smooth process. Absolutely my favorite deck. And I have about 30 probably at this point. My favorite deck. And Naila has one too. So you will be seeing that footage later on in the week on the Grand Rising page, because baby got hers too, and it's her first gifted deck from her daddy, and it's a beautiful situation. So gratitude to the governess for all of your hard work that you put into these. I feel it. I see you. I hear you. I love you. Ashe.
Gratitude.
You're
Appreciate
welcome. You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
You're so welcome.
Chaz, love your glasses, Chaz.
Hey.
Gratitude. Sheen, everybody, Sheen.
Oh, wait, let me see you. Okay. Yes. I love me a good glasses. Let me
Giving us studious thug. All right, give it to us. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Hey, but Malika, let's kick it right on back over to you, because what you got to tell us something about the Asian
video.
Huh?
I got the video.
Right.
Okay.
Let's roll the video.
From that beautiful beat.
Come here. You scared of black people, yeah? You scared of black people, yeah? We are not scary. We're just normal people. Stop being fucking scared, bruv. You dumb bitch. Shut up, man. Dumb bitch. Dumb bitch. Shut the fuck up. Man's literally walking in the alley, fam. This woman sees me. She literally goes and fucking runs off, fam.
That was funny.
I'm gonna get your thoughts first, and then I'll come back around.
People in their stereotypes are hysterical. I found that hysterical. Like, really? Little Asian girl? Okay, baby. All right.
But that's not the first time I've seen something like that, to where they act so scary, but it be them the whole time. That's not the first video I've seen of that. So that's actually funny. I think that one was actually funny. I'm surprised she didn't call the cops. That's
Now, one, he know he wrong for that. He know he wrong. Two, you can put that down on the reasons. Have you guys seen the show The Good Place? How they have all the points and stuff for if they go into the good place. You can put that down as one of the reasons I will not be making it to the good place, because that shit is hilarious to me. He wrong, but it's comedy, okay?
For me, that's right up there with the lady in the elevator that was screaming with all the black dudes in the elevator. Now, was she screaming because they was stuck in the elevator, or was she stuck in the elevator with Melanite men? Kind of remind me of that situation a little bit.
It was funny, but it also could have went terribly wrong. And that's what I saw. I had just seen a video of these two guys chase this girl, didn't know she had a gun, and she started bucking on their ass. It could have went terribly wrong. So
Very true. Very valid point. Absolutely. Anybody else
Jose,
want to
did
touch
you
on
want to
me?
add anything? Did anybody else want to say anything?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Anybody else
Okay.
want to touch on it? Go ahead.
So there were so many different parts to this video for me. First of all, as was said before, it gave me a giggle. I giggled. I definitely did. So I'm going with Charlie. But I do feel like this is the same thing that Quatita had spoken about the other night, with how we react to these moments when we are triggered, right? Especially now finding out about, well, I don't know, is that one of the stories for tonight in regards to the additional information with the Chicago teams? We're not talking about that tonight, right? With Walmart? Okay, so we found out that the Chicago team thing it's being blamed on Walmart because y'all hear? Sorry. The Chicago teams, it's being blamed on Walmart because Walmart has closed down in their area, and there are adults who are also putting down Walmart, and this is part of the reason why they reacted the way that they reacted. We got to be able to pull ourselves back in these situations, because as Quatita said, I thought about that. If she had a weapon, because she was aggravated when she found out it was a prank, she would have done something to him. And you know how I knew that? And this is the other part of the video that gets me. Once he said, "We are not scary," he starts walking away. She screams again. Ashe, Quatita. She screams again. Why are you still screaming? Now, playing devil's advocate, as Charming likes to say, right? I also understand, men, please do not get offended. I remember this happening to my dad when we went to Busch Gardens when I was a lot younger. And there was a genome lady and her husband. And my dad and all of us got on, and he sat down, and the lady had tucked her purse in. And her genome husband took the purse and pulled it from her and put it over to the side where she couldn't reach it. And then he apologized to my dad. Now, my dad didn't even say anything, because my dad is not the type to be bothered by people that he know don't do anything for his life. However, I get that, and I get being young and confused as to why would you react to my daddy like that, lady? I'm scared of you. I don't know you, but I'm not even reacting like that, right? However, growing up, being a woman in this day and age, and I'm not talking about the genome thing, I'm talking about for men to understand also our perspective, because I know that men do get offended. There are a lot of spaces that I have been in where I have gone the other way. There are a lot of spaces that I have been in where I've pulled up and a car has pulled up, and the energy that they are giving out of that car is, "We just waiting for you to get out the car." There have been times when I have seen men sitting in vans that move their car around, and I see even when I'm moving, they moving and parking closer to me. And it may just be someone who's moving at the same time, but to protect myself and my children if they're with me, or to keep my husband from having to hurt somebody, I will leave or move to another space or do whatever the case is. But it's a protection factor, you know? So I also want you to keep that in mind, that everyone responds off of their fears. A lot of us profile, even though we shouldn't. For some of us, it saved our lives, right? When it comes to this long-standing fear that genomes have, fuck them. You don't even have to have understanding, understanding, or overstanding for it. Please don't give it your time, because I would not want to see you laid out, because now this ignorant heifer, after she see that you playing, when she's the one that reacted and triggered something in you, has decided to pull a weapon on you and take your life for you defending the ability to be able to walk in a peaceful state. But just for us, because I've also seen those videos where the men will start cussing out. They'll go to their car, get a gun, start blasting at the table. That happened in Miami because women were kind of like, "We don't know you. Why are you coming up on us?" So that's all that I wanted to say in regards to this. It's a whole lot of. It's a whole lot of. But please just be careful, especially to our Melanite men. Please be careful in these streets.
Facts, 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 facts. Oh, speaking of being careful, unfortunately, these children weren't. I think we have a video on this. Do we not, governors?
I have the picture, but I have the video for the misleading one. But I only have the picture for this because I didn't
Hold on,
record it.
Okay, no worries. I think I might have it. Let me see if I have it real quick. But basically, it's breaking down. I think I have it, y'all.
I'll
Give me
put
one
this up
second.
while you play the video.
Okay. Where is it? I'm sorry, y'all. Just had it. Anyway, it's about the Vatican and oh, here we go. Here we go. Not the Vatican. It's about Las Vegas. Excuse me. Here we go. Here we go.
Middle Eastern royalty come to buy American children. What do they do with these kids that they kidnap? Paul Benassi attended 6 auctions where they auctioned children. Any age from 3 to 21. They put a tag around their neck. They have a number on the tag. And people die sell for between $15,000 to $50,000. I've even heard of one kid worth $100,000. One of the locations outside Las Vegas, about 50 miles outside Las Vegas, and I located it. It's airstrip. I went up with a friend of mine and we found it. And there were airplanes there. There were campers there. And there were men who, with foreign accents. There was a police officer there, be somebody in a uniform. Kids are auctioned off and put on the airplane and nobody knows what's happening.
These trafficking rings use various control methods to keep victims enslaved. Johnny Gosh's mother, Noreen Gosh, claims the group that kidnapped her son actually branded their victims.
And one of the other things that they do to all of the victims of this particular ring, I'll call it, is brand the children.
That's right.
They used a branding iron and they would heat it up and the kids were branded. Inside to their body. A leg, a shoulder, a hip, it didn't matter. It would just be empty on all of them. And the kids were told that because of that brand, no matter if they tried to change their other physical features or appearance, these people would always be able to find them.
But child trafficking rings are only the tip of the iceberg. There are even darker forces at work behind child disappearances. No doubt some children end up the victims of satanic cults. Since ancient times, children have been the preferred sacrifice of strange gods and demonic deities. The Bible warned Ammonites against making their children pass through the fires to Molech. These same arcane practices are still practiced today. According to Satanist Aleister Crowley, a male child of perfect innocence and high intellect is the most satisfactory and suitable victim for sacrifice.
And so for me, y'all, it's quite a bit more. But for me, I wanted to show this because it just validates. It's one big validation, one big long validation from Aleister Crowley to the taking the children, sacrificing the children, to one big validation of everything this woman's been talking about for years now. You know what I'm saying? Literally. And it's all, I just found it fascinating. I found it all in one video. And the fact, it's taking place out of Vegas. We all know what Vegas is about. You know what I'm saying? Anybody?
I'm going to say this because I've listed these before, but I'm going to say this again because we've talked about this here. Paul Bonacci, Johnny Gosh, Franklin scandal. I'm going to say it again because everyone that's in the comments that is appalled by this, that has been here, should already know these names because we've spoken about it. Johnny Gosh, Paul Bonacci, and the Franklin scandal. The Franklin scandal, especially because it was in Mennonite communities and it was a Mennonite man who the genomes gave a banking situation to. And so the Mennonite community revered him. They revered him because he was doing what everybody strives to do. And great job, like you've made it. And he created programs for the children in the community. The parents unknowingly or didn't realize that what he was doing was busing these Mennonite students of these programs off to elites when they went in these camps, the summer camps. He was busing them off so that they could engage in these trafficking parties and then bringing them back home and putting fear in them so that they would not tell their parents. Paul Bonacci, Johnny Gosh, especially his mama. Pay attention to Johnny Gosh. And mind you, it was his stepdaddy, allegedly, that set him up with the traffickers. Go and dig. Jump down the rabbit hole and please be aware. They are everywhere. They are everywhere. If you can bear it, listen to Paul Bonacci speak on his experiences within these trafficking rings. The videos are on YouTube. I don't have the links anymore. Sorry.
That's crazy. I think it's crazy that he said the most he's seen one child go for was $400,000. And I'm like, y'all don't even want to pay that to help homelessness and help feed people. But you would pay that for one child to do what? You know what I'm saying? Like, this goes so far deeper than what we what we know and what we understand, you know. I honestly feel like it has a lot to do with offering children to these entities for some sort of power and gain. And what is 400,000 to them if you about to get $1 billion? You know what I mean? Like, it's nothing for these people. It's sick and it's ritualistic shit, and it's disgusting. Nothing is
Quapita,
what it seems.
you know your friend doesn't know the Bible, and I can't remember the names for this story, but it was one of the ones that Naila and I were going over with her school stuff, and she was very appalled because she wanted to know why this being that's revered by so many had told this man to sacrifice his child, and he tried to trick the situation and sacrifice an animal instead. It seems very reminiscent of what it is that you're saying.
Abraham?
Yes. And then,
Abraham was told to sacrifice his son. Isaiah or Isaac or something. And then the Lord told him that, like, nigga, I was just kidding. I just want to see if he was going to do this shit. That's crazy. He was about to, like, yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's reflected in so many places
crazy.
where you see the same stories. Naila was appalled. Like, why would that even be a conversation? And she's looking at me crazy now. Like, is this what parents do? And I'm having to tell her, like, okay, let's talk about this, because now we're gonna sit down and we're gonna dissect it.
That part.
Right. Yeah.
We have approximately 4 more remaining stories. 2, I believe, have videos really quickly to them. So I'm going to just say what they are. I'll play the videos and then we can just go in for the next few minutes. Young man dragged by cops out of the car as he was trying to assist his friend in a parking lot. Misleading the masses, Harriet Topspy Tubman. Prodigy, the note that was left exposing the industry, as well as Jay-Z. And substitute teacher fights student, right and wrong. Okay, so let me play these last 2 videos. I believe it's just 2 of them left. And listen, I understand, but I would have had to go and see the substitute as a parent. You hear me? I understand. I get it all. Oh, yes. Let me play this too. I'll play this one as well. Real quick. Let's go through them. Crops.
Hello, America. So, y'all know how the government was like, hey, you're all going to take the sticky pokey. And for like the last 2.5 years, we've all been like, hey, we ain't putting your mRNA concoction into our fucking bodies. Our body, our choice. Right? That's how that goes. Well, the government, like a fucking toddler who you take their favorite toy away, is throwing a tantrum because by damn, we're going to do what they fucking say. And the lobbyists for the Cattlemen's and the Pork Association have come out this last week and said, hey, ranchers and farmers all across the country are going to begin injecting their livestock with mRNA vaccinations starting this month. How the fuck up sparkles? So we don't want to play their game, and instead, now they're just going to put it in our fucking food. Hey, you don't want to put it in your body? We'll...
Catherine Coffin. They are the head of what we call the Underground Railroad. President, the owner, the runner, which was a non-for-profit organization.
Right. So we have those videos. I think the other one I thought was the video is actually a picture, probably, which is the substitute teacher. Oh, here's the project. Yeah, it's just a. The Mexico, the girl in Mexico. Damn, how did we miss that one? The girl from Mexico, which was Malika's story. She was arrested for taking her child to fight someone. Ooh, child, let's just jump on in this shit because I feel like that's a whole thing. And of course, again, the substitute teacher fighting the little she looked like she was about 8, but that's not the damn picture, Quatita. Oh, here it goes. But let's get into it, y'all. I mean, and then she did look like she didn't have on no panties, so she had on some strong thongs. So
Can I say something?
Let's get into it.
Okay. Now, I know that the school has been the subject of the topics every Wednesday because you said don't send your damn kids to the school. Now they've created the energy in regards to these particular students feel like they gonna hit other people. I honestly, looking at this video, I am sorry, ma'am, sir, listen. If your motherfucking strong ass child think that they gonna hit me, I am going to hit them the fuck back. Point blank into the period, honey. I'm gonna hit you first, and I'm gonna ask questions
That's why I
later.
have such a problem with it, Aubrey. That's why I got a problem with it because the child was out of line, but the teacher was like,
Yes.
I feel like it's
and
a
she
way
was
she
eager
could have
to
been
knock her people
handled.
out.
But
She was.
But in that though, okay, because we also have to play devil's advocate. I do feel like you should figure out a different way for it to get to that point. But I just like if I'm thinking in the sense of if somebody just hauled out and hit me just because you feel like that's what you're gonna do, and this is some of the behaviors that probably happens in the school as well because children are, on a different type of spectrum right now. But so in that sense, I don't know. I don't know if I would be the same way with her. I don't know if I would try to de-escalate the situation. I would probably, because I know me defending myself is the best thing that I can do for me in that moment, I'm probably going to fight back. In that moment.
Understood.
And I get where you're coming from, Aubrey. For me, my bad. I was just gonna say I just would keep in consideration.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I just would have in the back of my head as a child, but I also would hope someone that was a student, because it was all cameras on, would actually step in and say something right here is not correlating. That was one thing where it's like, okay, it's getting hot and heavy. You see her cocking back. It's like, no, you ain't gonna hit her. Like a student didn't have that kind of ammunition to say, this is about to get a little too intense. She's already about to get messed up anyway and lose her job before she even hits her because we got her already cocking and pulling, and she is already gonna get suspended for stepping to the teacher, putting her hands up on the substitute teacher. But that's all I was gonna say.
Okay. So, young man dragged from car by cop. Malika? No, go ahead, Malika. Go to you anyway.
This one with the car dragging, that one goes really deep for me. With the student, I was gonna say, you hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. I tell my children that whatever force you use, you're gonna catch it back. If you go to school and you think you're gonna hit somebody else's children, guess what? When you come home, you're gonna see me and I'm gonna make you feel it. And you can ask my children, they're gonna tell you, whatever you give is what you're gonna get. And if the world didn't make you feel it when you get home, I'm gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it. However, I make sure, regardless of if I like the teachers or not, I build a relationship with them to where they know when my children were in public school, send them to the phone. Well, not Nye, she's never experienced public school, but with Elijah, send him to the phone and call me immediately. Have him call me. Let him do that walk. And, so that was the way it was set up. However, if you hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. And if I got to deal with the parent afterwards, then that's just what I'm gonna do, because there was like the build up to it And the way you're addressing me in the first place, there should already be something in schools, especially with the way children are now, that the office, somebody from the office or the security for the school comes in and confiscates an item if the item needs to be confiscated. Because the way that these children are retaliating, again, Chaz, we spoke about this when the video was in the chat. I'm starting to realize something I never paid attention to when Quatita talks about taking your babies out of public school. I have this really deep feeling that a lot of parents are not doing that because they don't like the children they created. And they don't want to deal with it at home. And then to avoid the drama with your child, because your child is now threatening to whoop your ass too, like the ones that we've seen that have taken out their parents, unalived them for not getting a video game, messed up their house, stole their money, spent it on a girlfriend, all these things. I just feel like they're like, let the school have them so I can have a break. With this young man that was dragged from the vehicle, and I'll be really quick, the thing that bothered me, especially outside of being upset of how they handled him with him helping his friend, is they charged them. They charged him for stopping in, because the car was stopped in the road. They charged them for that and said that it was some form of a violation for blocking traffic which they do all the time. Like police pull over anywhere and block traffic. You just had to find something. And right then and there, it lets me know that you are guilty because you had to dig for something so simple to charge them with because they didn't do anything wrong. They didn't do anything wrong. So that's all I have to say with it.
And y'all seen them running out of gas.
But again, Chaz, remember, officers now that you go to in this assumption that all of them will help you, that is not always the case. We can go back to the young man with the video footage of him running in the woods after he went and asked an officer for assistance, and they told him there was no space at the police station for him to stay there when the genomes had already threatened. They were chasing him, and he called his mom. Quatita did it on A Walk with Crime. She went over the story on A Walk with Crime. He went to what he thought was security. His mom sent him there. Everybody can't be trusted.
Facts. Absolute facts. I wonder had with that situation that had gone that way, had those young men been a lot older, a little older, a little more seasoned, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that kind of maybe knew the law a little more, somebody that kind of knew their rights a little more, you know what I'm saying? They took it, like you said, Malika, they took advantage of them. Took advantage, complete advantage. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad. So sad.
Karma is coming for them, though.
All of
Big
them.
time.
Every last one of them.
Big time. Because there is nothing that they did for them to be yanked out of the car like they did. The abuse, the experience of feeling that in any moment my life could be taken away from me. I can only imagine how scared they were in that moment. All because you're trying to get somebody out of something and help them. You get treated as if you are the problem.
I'm gonna say this, y'all. Especially the committee. I don't care how scared you are of them. The best thing I can tell you is don't let them see it or smell it. Because as soon as they see it or smell it, they use it.
Probable cause.
Hold your fucking composure. If you can't hold your composure, I don't care if you're getting ready to shit on yourself. Don't let them see that. That's all I can say to that. Because again, if they see you scared, they're going to take full advantage of it. And with that said, folks, we have had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful show. I hope everybody has learned something. I know I have. Committee, we love you. We're going to see you next week. And like always, don't trust no G-Night. Don't trust no genome. And Solitude AY, we love you.
Solitude AY.
Solitude AY.